today to share this video with you. We are going to be discussing 3 top mistakes that developing mediums make when trying to communicate with the angels. And then, of course, going to hand it over to our monthly coaching call and answer any of your questions that you have for me. So first up, let's get into the top 3 mistakes. And what we tend to do as mediums is really think that, oh, okay, I hear Spirit wanting to talk to you. They are wanting to, I'm hearing the word that there is a higher vibration coming through on the Earth's plane. And we are all part of that. And as developing mediums, and if you see yourself as a light worker, then we are being called to step deeper into our purpose, is the message that they're giving us today. And so they just wanted to share that with you before now I'm allowed to go into these mistakes, which is what I had planned. So certainly let's get into it, shall we? And of course, I'm sharing this with the hope that you'll look at where you sit with these mistakes and whether there is something that perhaps you are finding yourself needing to shift or let go of, and creating a change around this so that you can up level into this new vibration that's coming through, and you can step more into your purpose and making a difference in this world. So let's get into it. So mistake number 1 is not fully appreciating what the angels can help us with. Really, I know that it's very common when I see people talking about the angels that a lot of it is all about protection. A lot of it is all about helping us heal and protecting you. And yes, that is certainly a part of what they do. But for me, there's also so much more to it. They can do so much more than just find your parking spot for you. Because when you think about it, the angels, what they tell me is that they are here to oversee God's plan and to work and bring God's plan about on earth, right? And please, as much as I talk about God and the angels, please, whatever word, label, higher consciousness, great spirit, whatever works for you, then please just take that upon yourself to know that it sort of does apply there. I'm really just using the words that are, I guess, natural for me. So the angels are here to unfold God's plan on earth. And in doing that, part of their role is to bring about the individual's soul plan, which is, your contribution to God's plan. So what that really means, if we bring it down, is that angels are here to help us create soul alignment and to bring about to help keep us in alignment with our spiritual pre-birth plan, our divine purpose, all of that. So when we can fully appreciate that a little more, then that opens things up for us in how to actually utilize the angels from to a greater degree in our own personal lives. I hope that makes sense. And so I hope that makes sense for you. And of course, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. I will get to those at the end. I just want to sort of stay in the flow. Here we go, moving into number 2, not knowing or believing that you too are spirit. And I know that if you've worked with me or followed me along for quite a while, then you know that I often say that we are spirit. that you are connected through all things, through all consciousness, throughout all time and space, and that includes this evolution is what I'm hearing, that includes the fact that you are connected to this vibration that's coming through in your own unique way. You will be connected to the angels. Now, one of the things that I come across with a lot of developing mediums is the belief that mediums are born, that you actually have to have some level of natural ability. And I want to say through my experience that this is not the case. That I have met and coached, mentored many, many people that have all been able to open up and develop their mediumship from an intuitive base. I know myself, I probably wouldn't even have identified as intuitive, but I know that my story came about through grief and through loss. And the difference is I have just spent the last 27 years just, consistently working and putting in the time and the effort. And that really is the only difference between myself and anyone else I meet. So my belief is that we are all born with these abilities within the soul. They are an inherent aspect of the soul. Some just have them more pronounced than others, but it means that you can absolutely develop your mediumship, connect with the angels, and allow them into your life. The other belief that we sort of hold on to as mediums is that mediumship is only for a connection to loved ones in the spirit world, and that's the only way that it needs to be expressed or should be expressed. And look, I'll agree, I used to have that belief system myself until I guess spirit kept working with me and kept shifting it. And these days I believe that we all have our own unique purpose in our mediumship and in our connection to spirit. And we need to let spirit show us how to open that up and what is our unique purpose and what our mediumship should be used for. And the angels will be part of that journey for you if you allow it, because remember, they're helping us to create soul alignment and live out our divine purpose. And if you are here, your mediumship is absolutely part of that purpose. So open ourselves up more to the fact that you can develop these abilities without a doubt. And two, the angels can show you what your unique purpose is with it. And therefore we're opening up and fully appreciating how much they can work with us. The difference, actually, that's going to be another, I've just had an inspiration. The difference between angels and spirit guides and the difference in their purpose. Okay, so I will hold that over for another time. So there we go. So moving on to mistake number 3. Mistake number 3 absolutely comes from a lack of self-belief and not trusting in yourself enough to listen, to act on your inspiration, including being open to the healing. And I know I'll share a story with you. For a long time, I would hear from spirit that I need to see myself in the light of God, see myself how they say our spirit sees me, see myself how God sees me, and see myself through the eyes of love in that way. I guess I have been hearing that for, I would say, 15 years, something along those lines. So there's my self-belief journey and how long it's taken. There was even one time where I know that I was really struggling financially. I was having one of those moments where I was on my knees before Spirit, I'm praying and really asking for resolution, asking for whatever it was that I needed to resolve this situation. And I am going back quite a while, probably, ooh, I don't know, I was living in Harrington Park at the time, so quite a while, so late, maybe around 2010, around there somewhere, 2012 maybe, around there somewhere. Anyway, as I was praying, they sent in an angel, and the angel came in and wanted to give me healing, and you know what I did? I told the angel to F off. I was so frustrated. I said to them, "I don't need healing, I need resolution." Um, and so, of course, the angel, so respectful and always respectful of our free wills, flitted off, and then they brought through Sir Arthur Conan Doyle for me, who, for many of you know, is a spiritualist. He wrote the Sherlock Holmes books, was also big in the spiritualist movement. And he came in and he said that to me. He said, "You need to see yourself in the eyes of God. You need to see yourself how we see you." And I know that, having now got to that place where I do, that is the belief that has opened up my connection to the angelic realm in the way that I've needed it. So it's not trusting in ourselves. It's not trusting in the fact that, not believing in ourselves enough to really trust and listen, to take the time to listen, firstly. And then when we do hear the messages, it's, do we act on it? Do we go around in circles? Do we push it away? You know, do we like go, I don't want to hear that, like I did, you know, like, what do we do with it instead of embracing it, instead of saying, "Thank you, what can I do to honor this?" Instead of saying, "How can I lean more into the fact that the angels have got my back?" And by saying the angels, it also represents the universe. So how does the universe and the angels, how can they have your back more, and how can you lean into that more? And that really begins by trusting in yourself first. So, and building that. So every day, if you are, and I know a lot of people will come to mediumship with a lack of self-belief. So because I know every single medium I've ever worked with has had this challenge. So today it would be a little more about asking the angels to come in and help you with bridging that gap, helping you heal enough that you can believe in yourself more, that you can, that you are here to use your mediumship, that you do have a purpose with it. It may not look how you expect it to look, but if you're trusting in yourself, you'll be okay with that anyway. So I guess that is definitely the top 3 mistakes that developing mediums make when we communicate with the angels. So I just want to summarize those. So it's not fully appreciating what they can do for us. It's not knowing or believing that you too are spirit. And I know that we all have that mantra that we are, you know, spiritual beings in a physical body having a physical experience. Well, really, let's just make that more than just words. What does that really mean? And 3, not trusting in yourself enough to listen and act. And that includes being open to the fact that we all need healing, no matter where on your journey you are. Healing is an everyday Um, so constant work in progress. So they are my top 3 tips.